persecution of conservatives and critics of Islam in Norway. True. Following the murderous lunacy of one man, you know what happened with that terrible slaughter. Well, this has been going on for some time now. We wanted to find out more. Bruce Bawer is a critic, an author, an extraordinarily interesting writer and commentator. And he joins us by Skype. We don't have studios out in Norway, so he joins us from some field somewhere. Welcome to you, sir.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Now, I've been reading reports that it's got really seriously bad for people who dare to criticize Islam, who are more conservative in Norway. Is this true?
Yeah, I'm afraid it's true. It's totally true, yes.
So what's happening? I mean, you've written about Islam from actually a very progressive point of view, but you fear some of Islam's tendencies. Are you given a hard time by the authorities?
Well, let's just say it's always been a bad situation. But after July 22nd, when this maniac went loose and killed a number of people in Oslo and nearby, the left wing, which is very multiculturally oriented and very devoted to defending even the worst of Islam and accusing even the most reasonable critics of Islam of being Islamophobes and racist, took the opportunity to really go after us. And it's been a pretty dramatic situation here since then.
Well, give me some examples. I mean, because I read about the police actually going to someone's house, taking away, I'm not sure if this was you or not, but taking away the computer and treating this person like a terrorist.
Well, there is this fellow who has written for many years under the name Fjordman, and he's a very intelligent guy. He has worked for the Norwegian Foreign Service, and he speaks Arabic fluently, and he knows what he's talking about. He's written many things about Islam and Islam in Europe and so forth. And the murderer on July 22nd issued what he called a manifesto, which was this endless document in which he included many of the pieces that had been written by this man, Fjordman. And so the police actually raided Fjordman's home, took his computer, and did all these things that, to me, as an American, seemed really dicey.
But that manifesto also quoted Gandhi, for goodness sake. He
quoted every John Stuart Mill. I mean, he was quoting all kinds of people. Churchill. I mean, it's ridiculous. But anybody whose name was associated with this guy, anybody whose name appeared in that manifesto, including mine, suddenly became a target for the left, the left in Norway, who were looking for an opportunity to go after the critics of Islam.
Right. Now, we can't even say exactly where you are in Norway, and we're not being melodramatic about this. I mean, we really can't do this. You've written, for example, I think you chronicled very well Islamic opinions about homosexuality and the oppression, murder, persecution of gay people in various Islamic countries. That should make you seem more progressive. If you said this in public in Norway, would you be safe?
I mean, the thing is that people have said things like this in public in Norway, but the thing is that since July 22nd, it has become very difficult. It's become harder. It's become harder to do that sort of thing. And I've read a couple of things about events that have happened since then, and people are even the most courageous critics of Islam in this country seem to be stepping back, and they don't want to speak about Islam, if at all possible, and just to talk instead about immigration and integration policy in the most abstract kind of way.
I see. You know, Sadly, tragically, this is replicated, maybe less seriously, but throughout Europe, and there are all sorts of people in Britain, France, other parts of Scandinavia, who have just said, enough is enough. I have a family, I've got a life, and I can't risk it anymore. Look, you take good care of yourself. Please continue to do what you do, and thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much. Good talking to you.
Thank you.